Well, I took a field trip today. So I went to the tire store and I had these tires previously. They're old, they're used, but they're still in good shape. They're bias ply tires, which I probably would not have bought for this car. I would have gone with radials. And they're Coker tires, which I definitely would not have bought, but they're nice looking tires for the most part, and they're going to give the correct look for this car. So I'm excited to see these mounted, see what the car is supposed to look like. And it only took me an hour in and out. It wasn't too busy, so not bad for a Saturday. So yeah, I got these tires actually from my uncle. He gave me a good deal on them, so what the heck, why not? Got to remember to pay attention to the little letters written on these studs. It has an L on it. Everybody forgets that. Reverse thread. So Chrysler products did that for a while in the 50s and 60s. Didn't need a lug wrench for that. I'm not ready to work on the brakes quite yet, even though this would be a good time to do it. So this is the tire and wheel from my 61 Fury convertible. I needed to borrow it to get this car pulled out of the barn there. So now I can put this one back where it belongs, and I will have the proper tires on here. It'll make me even more excited to finish working on this one and get it back on the road. And for those of you who are wondering, I don't have any plans on painting this car. It's largely original, and I'm going to leave it as is, but I am going to clean the paint up, and I'm going to polish it and just make it look nice. I'm not a big fan of clear coats and rust. I think high gloss rust is kind of a stupid look. If you like it, good for you. But I'm going to try to polish up. Wow, we got an earwig factory here. I'm going to polish up the paint and make it look as nice as possible. Make sure I get that little locator pin where it belongs. There we go. Lefty tighty, righty loosey. That's what they always say. My uncle had these on a 57 Thunderbird. I think he ended up going with radials. Bias ply tires are correct for the age of the vehicle. It's what they would have had originally. But every little groove, rut in the road or whatever, your steering wheel is going to be wandering all over the place. And they're a little harder, not as comfortable, but okay. That's the way things work. I'm not going to be driving this across the country. I have no plans on it. I will probably drive it a lot locally. It's been humid lately, my goodness. It's only in the upper 70s, maybe around 80. And it feels tropical. I guess I don't have to tighten these too much. I'll be taking them back off again to work on the brakes. I'll put a couple of these wheel studs in, and that should be good enough. So the tire shop I went to, I know that guy that owns it. He's into classic cars and antique stuff, and he's got some neat stuff hanging around the shop. So I like to support him, a local business. Put the two nicest tires in the front. Now these have the R printed on them. So these are standard thread. There's the right on the right hand side of the vehicle. There. That's good enough for who it's for. So now I have some extra tires and rims. Tires are all garbage, but one of these will work for a spare for now. Because this did not come with a spare, and I don't think the 60 Fury, no, I know the 60 Fury did not have a spare, and I don't think the 61 Fury had a spare either. So I've got all extra Mopar rims now that I can use for some spares, because this one did come with 3 extra wheels. So that's good to have. Run it with the original steel wheels and hubcaps. Original hubcaps. Coker Classic. I've heard nothing but horror stories about these for the last few years. I think they used to be okay, but everything now that they put out seems to be not round, and you can't balance them. They're just not well-made tires anymore, from what I've heard. not going to spend a whole bunch of money to find out for myself. But if my uncle was running these, I think these particular ones are pretty decent. So I don't think he had any complaints about them, except he just wanted to go to a radial tire. There we go, looking good. Whew. Man, it is so humid. I think this is going to be the only thing I do outside. Sweating like crazy and not doing that much work. Mosquito. Mosquito. Humidity and mosquitoes. Boy, what a beautiful day. There we go. That white ball is going to need a good scrubbing. Ooh-wee. Look at that. Ain't she pretty? There. That's good enough for who it's for.